We begin with the coronavirus and what the president said just moments ago, saying wear a mask, social distance, and wash your hands, saying we're all in this together, that we're going to get this complete, in his words. He suggested it has popped up in places that we didn't anticipate, he said, and he cited Florida as an example. The U.S. now reporting more than 1,000 deaths in 24 hours for the first time in 2 weeks. And the U.S. now closing in on 4 million cases, more than 142,000 American lives now lost. California now with the most confirmed cases in the country, surpassing New York today, reporting a new daily high of more than 12,800 cases. Indiana, Minnesota, and Ohio all issuing statewide mask mandates today. And months into this now, President Trump, for a second day in a row, making the point that masks make a difference. Medics with the South Carolina National Guard called in to help 5 hospitals, now overwhelmed with patients in that state. Family heartbreak in Arizona tonight. A pregnant mother infected with the virus, dying while in labor. Her final words, "Everything will be okay. Take care of my son." The baby survived. And new concerns tonight about testing in Black and Hispanic communities in parts of this country. Authorities say they are understaffed and have longer wait times. And the new study in the New England Journal of Medicine tonight on antibodies and how quickly they might fade after initial infection. ABC's Victor Akendo leads us off from Florida tonight.
Tonight, coronavirus cases soaring to new records in California, surpassing New York State, now with the most cases in the country 4 months into the pandemic. 60% of cases in Los Angeles County are among young adults. Officials fearing another stay-at-home order may be necessary.
In fact, COVID-19 appears to be on track to becoming one of the leading causes of death in LA County.
With the national daily death toll topping 1,000 for the first time in 2 weeks, more states are now making masks mandatory to try to stop the spread. The governors of Ohio, Indiana, and Minnesota joining a growing list of at least 31 states announcing new orders today.
With this mask mandate and with the things that we have done previously to this, I think it is very possible for us to not have the darker days behind us, but for us to start moving forward.
President Trump refusing to issue a nationwide mask order, holding a coronavirus briefing for the second day in a row, urging Americans,
wear a mask, socially distance, and repeatedly wash your hands. You have to do this. You have to look at it differently.
The president then making an appeal to younger Americans.
We want young Americans to avoid packed bars and other crowded indoor gatherings, and we're all in this together. And as Americans, we're going to get this complete. We're going to do it properly.
And 24 hours after the president said the virus would disappear, Dr. Anthony Fauci disagreeing.
I don't see this disappearing. We are certainly not at the end of the game. I'm not even sure we're halfway through.
9 states setting records for hospitalizations, including Florida, where ICUs are filling up. Hospitals are forced to find extra space for incoming COVID patients.
So it's been a daily process of converting regular beds into ICU beds?
Some of the beds in our hospital were converted into ICU beds so that we can move our patients around.
In South Carolina, 40 National Guard medics arriving to ease the burden on overwhelmed staff. This school district in Alcoa, Tennessee, reopening today with students coming in 1 day per week, sitting in socially distanced desks. In Houston, these 2 young brothers suffering unimaginable loss, losing both their parents in 2 weeks.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my mom or my dad now, and that's what hurts me the most.
And tonight, with testing still a major problem in more than a dozen states, our own ABC News 538 report revealing the disparity minorities face, finding testing sites are more scarce in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods, and they're often understaffed, leading to much longer wait times. The virus infecting 25-year-old Arizona mother Bertha Esteban Diego 2 weeks before the birth of her second child. Bertha dying during childbirth. Her last words, according to her fiancé, "Everything will be okay. Take care of my son."
Just a horrific story. Victor Akendo with us from a testing site there in Miami Beach tonight. And Victor, 2 questions for you. First, a new study tonight on how soon antibodies might fade after infection.
David, that study from the New England Journal of Medicine looked at 34 patients who developed antibodies, and in many cases, it found that those antibodies wore off after just 90 days, but they acknowledge more research is needed.
That's right, a small but important topic that they'll be studying in the months to come. In the meantime, the president also making news moments ago, saying the federal government has agreed now to pay Pfizer $2 billion for about 100 million doses of the vaccine that they're working on.
And David, it all depends on whether or not those vaccine trials, the clinical trials, if they are successful, and Pfizer says that Americans would receive their vaccine for free. David?
Victor Akendo leading us off tonight. Victor, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.